To understand the role of the Marine Corps in national defense, it is important to examine the elements that define its mission. These elements describe the responsibilities assigned to the Marine Corps and explain how it contributes to naval operations, joint military missions, and national security. This element highlights the Marine Corps' primary role as a naval expeditionary force. Marine units operate alongside the Navy and are capable of conducting operations from the sea onto land when required during naval campaigns. Marines may also be assigned to naval vessels and naval installations where they perform security and protection duties. Their presence helps ensure the safety of naval personnel, equipment, and facilities. Amphibious operations involve launching military forces from the sea onto land. The Marine Corps plays a major role in developing the doctrine and techniques used for these operations. In some operations, Marine forces may also deploy through airborne methods, which involve inserting troops by aircraft into operational areas. These missions are conducted in coordination with other military services. This responsibility ensures that the Marine Corps continues to develop specialized airborne capabilities that support Marine missions when existing doctrine or equipment is not already provided by other services. During times of conflict, the Marine Corps must be able to expand its forces quickly. This allows the military to increase personnel, equipment, and operational capacity to meet wartime requirements. This final element provides flexibility for the Marine Corps to carry out additional missions assigned by national leadership, ensuring that Marine forces can respond to a wide range of operational needs. The elements of the Marine Corps mission define the core responsibilities of the Marine Corps in supporting naval operations, conducting amphibious and airborne missions, protecting naval assets, and responding to national defense requirements. To understand how authority and decisions flow within the Marine Corps, it is important to examine the two parallel chains of command that exist within the organization. These chains of command define how the Marine Corps is administratively managed and operationally employed. Within the Marine Corps, there are two separate but parallel chains of command. One chain is responsible for administrative control and service responsibilities, while the other chain is responsible for operational command and employment of forces. The service chain of command is responsible for the administration, organization, training, and readiness of Marine Corps forces. Through this chain, leadership ensures that Marine units are properly manned, trained, and equipped. The operational chain of command is responsible for the employment of military forces in missions and operations. Once Marine forces are assigned to a combatant command, they operate under the authority of the combatant commander responsible for that region or mission. The Marine Corps operates under two parallel chains of command: the service chain, responsible for administration and readiness, and the operational chain, responsible for the employment of forces in missions. Another important component of the Marine Corps organizational structure is Headquarters Marine Corps, commonly referred to as HQMC. Understanding the purpose of Headquarters Marine Corps helps explain how the Marine Corps is managed, directed, and supported at the highest level of leadership. Headquarters Marine Corps serves as the central leadership and administrative headquarters of the Marine Corps. The staff agencies within HQMC assist the Commandant by providing expert advice, planning support, and coordination for Marine Corps policies and operations. Through this responsibility, the Commandant ensures that the Marine Corps remains organized, disciplined, and prepared to perform its assigned missions. This means the Commandant is responsible for ensuring that Marine forces have the equipment, resources, and support systems necessary to maintain operational readiness. Headquarters Marine Corps supports the Commandant by providing the staff and agencies necessary to manage the administration, readiness, organization, and overall performance of the Marine Corps. Another important part of understanding Marine Corps organization is identifying the Marine Corps operating forces. These forces represent the elements of the Marine Corps that are organized, trained, and prepared to conduct operations and support national defense missions. These operating forces form the active operational capability of the Marine Corps. They are the units that may be assigned to combatant commanders or other authorities to perform missions around the world. Marine Corps forces are typically organized into Marine Air Ground Task Forces, or MAGTAVs. A MAGTAV combines ground forces, aviation units, and logistics support into a single operational force capable of conducting a wide range of missions. These combatant commanders exercise authority through Marine Corps component commands that support operations in their respective areas of responsibility. The Marine Corps component commands serve as the primary link between the Marine Corps and the combatant commanders they support, providing the expertise and forces needed for mission execution. Special Activity Forces are Marine units assigned to perform specialized duties for other government agencies, coordinated between the agency and Marine Corps leadership. One example of Special Activity Forces is the Marine Corps Embassy Security Group, providing security for United States embassies and consulates around the world. Embassy security guards play a critical role in protecting sensitive information and ensuring the safety of American personnel and facilities overseas. This structure allows the Marines assigned to embassy security to support the Department of State while still remaining part of the Marine Corps command structure. Special Activity Forces perform specialized security and support missions for agencies outside the Department of the Navy, including embassy security operations around the world. A central concept in Marine Corps operations is the Marine Air Ground Task Force, commonly known as the MAGTAV. The Marine Corps generally operates as MAGTAVs because this structure allows Marine forces to conduct operations using an integrated and flexible combat organization. The MAGTAV structure allows Marine forces to combine different combat capabilities into a single operational force. By integrating ground units, aviation units, and logistics support under one commander, the MAGTAV can respond quickly and operate effectively across a wide range of missions. These commands provide the Marine Corps operating forces that are used to form MAGTAVs. They ensure that Marine units are organized, trained, and equipped to support operational missions. This means MAGTAVs can be adjusted in size and capability depending on the mission. They are designed to deploy quickly and sustain operations in different environments. Reserve Marines play an important role in strengthening MAGTAV capabilities by providing additional manpower and specialized skills when required. These four elements work together to provide the MAGTAV with command and control, combat power, aviation support, and logistics sustainment. This integrated structure allows the MAGTAV to conduct operations independently or as part of larger joint forces. The Marine Air Ground Task Force is an integrated force that combines command, ground, aviation, and logistics capabilities under a single commander to conduct a wide range of military operations. Marine forces are organized into a structure called the Marine Air Ground Task Force, which integrates command, ground combat, aviation, and logistics capabilities into one coordinated force. The diagram on the screen illustrates the structure of the MAGTAV and the four types of MAGTAV organizations. The diagram shows the structure of the Marine Air Ground Task Force. At the top left of the diagram is the Geographic Combatant Commander. Below that is the Marine Corps Service Component. These organizations provide operational command and support to Marine forces. The Marine Corps Reserve Component is also shown supporting the Marine Air Ground Task Force. The central part of the diagram shows the Marine Air Ground Task Force, which is composed of four elements: command element, ground combat element, aviation combat element, and logistics combat element. These four elements form the structure of a MAGTAV. These elements work together to create a balanced force capable of conducting military operations. The command element provides command and control. The ground combat element provides the primary combat forces. The aviation combat element provides aviation support. The logistics combat element provides supply, maintenance, and sustainment. The diagram also shows the four types of Marine Air Ground Task Forces arranged from largest to smallest. At the top is the Marine Expeditionary Force, which is designed for major theater war. Below that is the Marine Expeditionary Brigade, which responds to crises and contingencies. Next is the Marine Expeditionary Unit, which promotes peace and stability. At the bottom is the Special Purpose Marine Air Ground Task Force, which is formed to accomplish a specific mission. The diagram also shows the type of operations typically associated with each MAGTAV. The Marine Expeditionary Force is used for major theater war. The Marine Expeditionary Brigade is used for small-scale contingency operations. The Marine Expeditionary Unit promotes peace and stability through forward presence. The Special Purpose MAGTAV often supports humanitarian assistance and disaster relief missions. For example, a Marine Expeditionary Unit may deploy aboard Navy amphibious ships and respond quickly to evacuations or crisis response missions. A Special Purpose MAGTAV may be formed to support humanitarian assistance after a natural disaster such as an earthquake or hurricane. A Marine Expeditionary Brigade may respond to a regional crisis that requires a larger force than a MEU. A Marine Expeditionary Force may conduct large-scale military operations during major conflicts. This diagram illustrates how Marine forces are organized into Marine Air Ground Task Forces and how each type of MAGTAV is designed to conduct missions of different size and scope. An important warfighting organization within the Marine Corps is the Marine Expeditionary Force, commonly referred to as the MF. Understanding the mission and organization of the MEF helps explain how the Marine Corps organizes its forces to conduct large-scale operations. The Marine Expeditionary Force represents the largest type of Marine Air Ground Task Force, or MAGTAV. It is designed to conduct major combat operations and sustained missions across different environments. When required, the MEF command element can serve as the headquarters for joint operations, coordinating forces from multiple military services. These major commands provide the combat, aviation, and logistics capabilities required to support Marine operations. Together, they form the primary reservoir of combat power used to build Marine Air Ground Task Forces, or MAGTAVs. This flexibility allows the MEF to adapt its structure and capabilities depending on the mission. Additional units can be integrated to provide specialized capabilities when needed. The forward element of the MEF allows Marine forces to deploy rapidly and begin operations while additional forces continue to arrive. This structure ensures that the MEF forward element has the command, combat, aviation, and logistics capabilities necessary to conduct sustained operations. The Marine Expeditionary Force is the principal Marine Corps warfighting organization, capable of conducting amphibious assault and sustained operations through its integrated command, ground, aviation, and logistics elements. The Marine Corps maintains 3 standing Marine Expeditionary Forces. These forces provide the primary combat capability of the Marine Corps and are positioned strategically to support operations around the world. Understanding where these forces are located helps explain how the Marine Corps maintains a forward presence and rapid response capability. The Marine Expeditionary Force is based in the western United States and provides Marine forces capable of responding to operations in multiple regions when required. The Marine Expeditionary Force is located on the eastern side of the United States and supports operations that may involve deployments across the Atlantic or other regions. 3rd Marine Expeditionary Force is forward deployed in the Pacific region. Its location allows Marine forces to respond quickly to operations or contingencies within the Indo-Pacific area. The Marine Corps maintains 3 standing Marine Expeditionary Forces positioned in different geographic locations to support global operations and maintain operational readiness. An important warfighting organization within the Marine Corps is the Marine Expeditionary Force, commonly referred to as the MEF. Understanding the mission and organization of the MEF helps explain how the Marine Corps organizes its forces to conduct large-scale operations. The Marine Expeditionary Brigade is designed to operate in situations that require more capability than smaller expeditionary forces, but less than the full Marine Expeditionary Force. This allows it to respond effectively to large-scale crises or operational missions. Each Marine Expeditionary Brigade aligns with a specific geographic combatant command. This alignment allows the brigade to quickly respond to operations or crises within that region. This capability allows the Marine Expeditionary Brigade to rapidly deploy forces and combine them with equipment already positioned at sea. This makes the brigade effective for rapid deployment and amphibious operations. These 4 elements form the structure of a Marine Air Ground Task Force, providing command, combat, aviation, and logistics capabilities. The ground combat element provides the brigade's primary land combat capability, reinforced with additional units to support large-scale operations. The aviation combat element provides air support, reconnaissance, transportation, and logistics capabilities to support operations conducted by the brigade. The logistics combat element provides the sustainment required to support operations, including supply, maintenance, transportation, medical services, and other logistics support. Because of its flexible structure, the Marine Expeditionary Brigade can expand or adjust its forces depending on the mission assigned. The Marine Expeditionary Brigade is a mid-sized MAGTAV capable of conducting major operations, crisis response missions, and amphibious power projection through its integrated command, ground, aviation, and logistics elements. Another important aspect of Marine Expeditionary Brigades is their regional focus and organizational alignment. Each standing Marine Expeditionary Brigade is aligned with a specific Marine Expeditionary Force and supports operations within designated geographic combatant command areas of responsibility. These brigades are aligned with the 3 standing Marine Expeditionary Forces. This alignment allows Marine forces to maintain regional awareness and rapid response capability. The 1st Marine Expeditionary Brigade supports operations primarily within the Indo-Pacific and Central Command regions, depending on mission requirements. The 2D Marine Expeditionary Brigade provides support for operations across Europe, Africa, and parts of the Middle East, depending on the mission assigned. The 3D Marine Expeditionary Brigade focuses on operations within the Indo-Pacific region, supporting missions that require forward presence and rapid response capability. The three standing Marine Expeditionary Brigades are regionally aligned with their respective Marine Expeditionary Forces and support operations within designated geographic combatant command areas of responsibility. Within the Marine Corps, several expeditionary organizations are designed to conduct operations at different levels of scale. One of the most frequently deployed and operationally flexible of these organizations is the Marine Expeditionary Unit, commonly known as the MEU. The Marine Expeditionary Unit represents the standard forward-deployed Marine Expeditionary Organization, capable of responding rapidly to crises and conducting a variety of missions across the globe. Because MEUs operate forward at sea with Navy amphibious ships, they provide national leadership with a ready and rapidly deployable military capability. These forward deployments allow Marine forces to maintain a continuous presence in key strategic regions. For example, when a crisis or natural disaster occurs, a forward-deployed MEU can often respond within hours rather than days or weeks. Although the MEU is smaller than the Marine Expeditionary Brigade or Marine Expeditionary Force, it is still capable of independent operations. Because the unit deploys with its own aviation, combat, and logistics elements, it can perform missions such as crisis response, humanitarian assistance, or limited combat operations. These four components form the structure of a Marine Air Ground Task Force, or MAGTAV, allowing the MEU to operate as a balanced and self-sustaining expeditionary force. The Battalion Landing Team serves as the primary ground combat force of the MEU. These Marines conduct missions such as seizing objectives, securing key terrain, and conducting combat operations ashore. The Aviation Combat Element provides transportation, close air support, reconnaissance, and aerial command and control capabilities. Aircraft from this element allow Marines to move quickly across the battlefield and support ground operations from the air. The Combat Logistics Battalion provides the sustainment required to keep the MEU operating. This includes supply, maintenance, transportation, medical services, and other logistical support. Because MEUs operate from ships at sea, they can respond quickly to emergencies anywhere within their region. This allows them to support missions such as evacuating civilians, disaster relief, or military operations during crises. These operations allow Marines to perform specialized missions both at sea and ashore. For example, Marines may board suspicious vessels, rescue downed pilots, or conduct reconnaissance to gather information before larger operations begin. The Marine Expeditionary Unit is a forward-deployed, self-sustaining MAGTAV capable of rapid crisis response and a wide range of military operations through its integrated command, ground, aviation, and logistics elements. Another important aspect of Marine Expeditionary Brigades is their regional focus and organizational alignment. Each standing Marine Expeditionary Brigade is aligned with a specific Marine Expeditionary Force and supports operations within designated geographic combatant command areas of responsibility. These brigades are aligned with the three standing Marine Expeditionary Forces. This alignment allows Marine forces to maintain regional awareness and rapid response capability. The 1st Marine Expeditionary Brigade supports operations primarily within the Indo-Pacific and Central Command regions, depending on mission requirements. The 2D Marine Expeditionary Brigade provides support for operations across Europe, Africa, and parts of the Middle East, depending on the mission assigned. The 3D Marine Expeditionary Brigade focuses on operations within the Indo-Pacific region, supporting missions that require forward presence and rapid response capability. The three standing Marine Expeditionary Brigades are regionally aligned with their respective Marine Expeditionary Forces and support operations within designated geographic combatant command areas of responsibility. Moving forward, let's discuss another important Marine Corps expeditionary organization, which is the Special Purpose Marine Air Ground Task Force, commonly referred to as the SPMAGTF. This type of Marine Air Ground Task Force is created to conduct specific missions that require tailored capabilities. Unlike standing organizations such as the MEF, MEB, or MEU, the SPMAGTF is formed when a mission requires a customized task force. The SPMAGTF allows the Marine Corps to create a flexible task force specifically designed for a particular mission. For example, if a mission requires specialized training, humanitarian assistance, or regional crisis response, a SPMAGTF may be formed to perform that role. These missions may include humanitarian assistance operations, security cooperation with allied nations, or rapid response to emerging regional crises. The name of the SPMAGTF usually reflects the mission or location in which it operates. For example, a SPMAGTF deployed to support operations in a specific country may carry the name of that region. Because it is mission-specific, the size and composition of a SPMA GTF can vary depending on the requirements of the operation. For example, a deployed Marine Force may reorganize part of its units into a SPMA GTF to respond quickly to a developing crisis in a nearby region. This structure ensures the SPMAGTF remains a self-contained and balanced force capable of conducting operations independently. These flexible deployment methods allow the SPMAGTF to reach operational areas quickly and begin mission execution without relying solely on amphibious ships. The Special Purpose Marine Air Ground Task Force is a flexible, mission-specific MAGTF designed to conduct crisis response, training, and peacetime missions through a tailored combination of command, ground, aviation, and logistics capabilities. Marine Corps installations play a critical role in supporting the readiness and operational capability of Marine Corps forces. The Marine Corps Installations Command provides the structure and oversight necessary to ensure that Marine Corps bases and installations effectively support training, deployment, and sustainment of operating forces. The MCICOM is the command and staff echelon responsible for providing policy, oversight, and support to all Marine Corps installations. MCI. It contributes to the Marine Corps Operating Forces readiness by providing training support, mobilization, and deployment support, facilities, housing, legal services, and other installation services. The MCICOM installations also support TCOM, other U.S. services, allied forces, DoD, and federal agencies, various other tenant organizations, and service family members who reside at installations. It provides individual augmentation to Marine Corps operating forces to meet operational contingencies. Marine Corps Installations Command installations are critical national defense assets that are the force projection platforms supporting the basing, training, sustainment, mobilization, deployment, embarkation, redeployment, reconstitution, and force protection of the operating forces. The primary supported commands are the MEFs. The commander, MCICOM, exercises command via four subordinate regional MCI commands. Marine Corps Installations East providing direct support to 2 MEF. Marine Corps Installations Pacific providing direct support to 3 MEF. Marine Corps Installations West providing direct support to IMEF. Marine Corps Installations National Capital Region responsible for MCIs in Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia. For example, Marine Corps installations provide the training ranges, facilities, and support systems that allow Marines to prepare for missions before deploying to operational environments. Marine Corps Installations Command ensures that Marine Corps operating forces have the infrastructure, support, and resources required to maintain readiness and successfully conduct operations. Before moving forward, it is important to review the key concepts covered in this section. This summary highlights the major topics related to the Marine Corps mission, command structure, and Marine Air Ground Task Force organizations. The Marine Corps mission is to provide Fleet Marine forces of combined arms for service with the United States Fleet and provide detachments for service on armed vessels and naval stations. We develop doctrines, tactics, and equipment for landing forces in amphibious operations and provide Marine forces and procedures for airborne operations. Finally, the Corps must be prepared for expansion to meet the needs of war and perform such other duties as the President may direct. The Marine Corps utilizes 2 chains of command. The service chain runs from the President through the SECNAV to the Commandant, while the operational chain runs through the commanders of combatant commands. Headquarters, U.S. Marine Corps, consists of the Commandant and staff agencies. The Commandant is responsible to the Secretary of the Navy for the internal organization, training, and readiness of the Corps. A MAGTAV consists of 4 core elements: the command element, the ground combat element, the aviation combat element, and the logistics combat element. There are 4 primary types of MAGTAVs: the Marine Expeditionary Force, the Marine Expeditionary Brigade, the Marine Expeditionary Unit, and the Special Purpose MAGTAV. The Marine Expeditionary Force is the principal Marine Corps warfighting organization, capable of missions across a full range of military operations. Each standing MEF consists of a permanent command element, 1 Marine Division, 1 Marine Aircraft Wing, and 1 Marine Logistics Group. The Marine Expeditionary Brigade is a mid-sized MAGTAV that conducts major security cooperation operations and responds to larger crises or contingencies. The MEU is the standard forward-deployed Marine Expeditionary Organization, acting as a self-contained operating force for missions of limited scope and duration. The SMAGTAV is formed to conduct a specific mission, normally when a standing MAGTAV or other type force is either inappropriate or unavailable. Under I Marine Expeditionary Force, we have the 11th, 13th, and 15th MEUs. 2 MEF commands the 22nd, 24th, and 26th MEUs, while 3 MEF commands the 31st MEU. The MCICOM provides policy, oversight, and support to all Marine Corps installations, which in turn support the basing, training, and deployment of our forces. Regional commands like MCI East, MCI PAC, and MCI West provide direct support to their respective MEFs, while MCI NCR manages the National Capital Region. For example, Marine Expeditionary Units deployed aboard naval ships allow Marine forces to respond quickly to missions such as evacuations, humanitarian assistance, or crisis response operations. This section reviewed the Marine Corps mission, command structure, and the organization of Marine air-ground task forces that enable Marine forces to conduct operations around the world.